He is France. I am Vlad. This is Let's Talk Battle Rap podcast brought to you by letstalkbattlerap.com. That's right, our blog with artist profiles, recaps, stats and facts. This is what we're about. That's letstalkbattlerap.com. This week, we will be doing our recap for the Trenches Nostalgia card, going over every battle, all the tidbits related, and all the stories surrounding it, post battles, and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna give you our preview to Remy Ma's Chrome 23 I Do's What I Want's card. All right, starring Geechi Gotti versus Eazy, the block captain, and of course, whatever random battle rap news that's going on. And if anything pops up while we're on air, you're gonna know. So we are recording this Monday evening.
My bad.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, France. Thank you, France. It's pretty much 11:45 right now, so it's gonna be Tuesday morning in a little bit.
Yep.
So we tried this morning, but hey, we're here. It's still Monday right now. But France, man, let's waste no more time. How are you, player? How was the weekend?
Hey man, the weekend was lit, man. You know what I'm saying? The Trenches. I had my New York hat on for the Trenches watching in the crib. I got my Timbs on. You know what I'm saying? I made a chopped cheese at night. I did everything. You know what I'm saying? I rode a train with the pigeons. You know what I'm saying? Every New York thing you could think of. You know how the pigeons come on the train and they act like a passenger and they just get on one stop with you and get off the next stop. It's real. It's a real thing.
At least it wasn't the rats though.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Oh, come on. Leave that guy alone, man. Leave that guy alone.
You see, you said let him rock, man. Let him rock. Listen, you said it. You said, hey, see, chill out.
See what happens when we do the nighttime show?
No. It's what happens when you do the night show.
Oh, right? Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Listen, when I put together this compilation, the highlight reel over the past 5 or 6 weeks. Because listen, everyone, I've been giving France these clips. I'm like, yo, put them on the socials. I think we'll get some engagement. I don't see them pop up, but oh yeah, I got the passcodes, man. Because France decides he's gonna go bungee jumping sometime soon. Or no, he's going to outer space and all that. So I got the passcode. So a compilation might drop of LTBR's most funniest moments over the past 6 weeks, and you'll see what happens when we have the nighttime shows. But proceed, my friend.
Fair enough, man. The Trenches. The Trenches was a fun card. I enjoyed my Saturday evening. You know what I'm saying? The recap article is actually complete, so should be published tomorrow morning. We're giving it a nice final proofread. Shouts to Jay Smo and myself. We split that bad boy.
The Rook.
Yes, the big Rook. The Rook's time is almost up. You know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
About to make a year, you know what I'm saying? No more rookie hazing. He made it through the gauntlet of events from GTX, Summer Madness, RB, the Riot, the Trenches. Still got one more though.
Yeah, man. He was outside. Huh? He was outside this year.
Yes, he was. But nostalgia. I'm ready to talk about it, man. I just want to say
let's go, man. Let's waste no more time.
My New York bias soul. Well, let it be known. New York won. Okay. Our Twitter poll says New York won too. All right. But objectively speaking, I did have Philly actually winning the series.
Very interesting night, I shall say, man. So where do you want to begin, France?
Let's start with the Trenches trial MCs that got the opportunity to open the card. Shout outs to Lee L&D. My first time watching them was a few weeks ago during that trial. And then Muuwup, I think I've seen them battle a few times. Both of these guys combined probably have like 13 battles to their name combined.
Okay.
Like all time, their entire career. So they're like, when we talk about like raw talent and people still being amateurs and becoming professionals, this is that. You know what I'm saying? These two guys had a really good stand-up performance at the Trenches tryouts. 2 weeks prep, they got to be on this card. So you got to salute the fact they got ready in 2 weeks and that they took advantage of the opportunity that was presented to them prior to obviously get them to where they are now. But I still have a lot of critiques about this battle because it wasn't the way I wanted to start my night.
France started my night off kind of shaky, man.
Yeah.
All right. How would I break these two dudes down? Since
before you start,
go ahead.
You know, I just want to say this. Shout out to league owners. Y'all work very hard, right? All y'all work hard. But y'all do this field goal percentage thing at every night. We 5 for 5, 6 for 6.
7 for 7.
let us tell you the field goal
I was
percentage,
like,
right?
really?
Because
There was no miss. Come on.
because this
Just
was a miss.
yeah,
This one
come
was a
on, man.
miss. Go ahead.
How do they say it? Respectfully? It definitely was a miss. All
Yes.
right. Most folks don't know these guys, so not gonna spend too much time. Just gonna give you the breakdowns of what I thought just off of first sight. I feel like Lee, he has a lot of energy for sure and a lot of presence and all that, but I feel like you definitely could step the bars up. And Muuwup, you got the content, you got the bars and the content, but I get it, things were happening, but I don't know, bro. It looked like it was gonna happen anyway because even his opponent was like, yo, you're gonna choke or whatever, and then it happened, but
Yeah.
I mean, battle rap wise, he's definitely more punch heavy, wittier. Like his bar setup is definitely more, complex, and he does has presence too. So it's like I get it. If this guy can be clean, he can put in some work in Philly, and then wherever it takes him, it takes him. But it ain't gonna take you too far doing that, all 3 rounds. And like I said, I get it. It's a big card, pay-per-view, lights are on, distractions are happening. You're the opener, you might get a little flustered, but get it together because you definitely do have bars, Muuwup. But I mean, the battle is going to LND Lee. He was cleaner, but I wish he could step his bars up. But he definitely got presence in delivery, and he has a passion for battle rap. So dig into the
No.
pad, man, and step the bars up, and who knows?
No, well said, well said. Lee, I think his energy was relentless, and I could salute that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at no moment did he took his foot off the gas pedal, but I desired more from his content for sure. And for Muuwup, like I thought he had some dope moments where he could rebuttal, he could talk, he could do a little bit of everything, but he just wasn't clean. And granted, 2 weeks prep. Their trial battle was in an empty room. Now they're battling in front of a crowd. So there's a lot of different elements, and these guys are still new. But if you locked in, you can't let that distract you because at the end of the day, we might make the excuse for you, but it's affecting your performance. And apparently, this was a judge battle too. Apparently, they had like $2,000-3,000 on the line.
Oh,
Muuwup said
word?
they had like a bet on the side for it, and he seemed so
Oh,
nonchalant about it. It's like, bro, no, somebody put money up for you, bro. Somebody put
yeah. So
bands.
Tone Trump, where he was with Lee, Tone Trump.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, I guess Tone
Yeah,
Trump got the bread there.
granted, a host talking in the middle of the rappers round, especially if the host betted against him, like that shit is absolutely crazy.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
like
that's
this is
wild.
complete. That's a complete. That's like, all right, listen. It's like, all right, we're gonna move on to the next battle. Imagine you bet the spread on an NBA game, and somebody's at the free throw line, and they need to make this free throw, and then you don't cover the spread, you lose the bet. You said,
Right.
"Fuck it, let me just be a disruption." Run into the court. Police grab you out. You're like, anything to save the bet. Anything to save the bet. It had nothing to do with you. Just let it happen. Just let it
Nah,
happen.
just scream like your man DeMar DeRozan's daughter. You know what I mean? you gonna get your paper. But yeah,
Yeah.
so at this point, I'm kind of like, woof. All right, but these guys, like you said, man, short notice, they're rookies. Yeah, I don't know much about them. You take your shot, you give back to the city. You no one from the city can't say you gave someone without a look on a major card. So
Facts.
Eazy's doing the community service, So I said, all right, it's cool with me, man. I get it. It's not how I wanted the night to start off, but whatever, man. This is what it is. Cool. The night's about to start now. Let's get to the real deal right now, man. Let's get to the real
So
battles.
now that the appetizer is complete, we get to the beginning of the entree. New York and Philly sets it off.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwitty hits the stage. Kaboom hits the stage. And then the first battle for New York versus Philly. Before we start about the battle, I wanted to say I know Eazy mentioned weeks prior that there'll be a fan vote to keep tally of all the battles. So I
Yeah.
thought there would be a real live fan vote or a poll from Rap Grid. There was none of that. So it's just all just in the air. Like I won. And you know what? That's fine because some of these battles are real competitive. Some of them are clear. So we kind of all have a mutual understanding. But Gwitty and Kaboom, they set the night off pretty well, man. Gwitty obviously is a
One of them did.
self-invigorating Gwitty is a self-invigorating machine of energy. And if you're not going to react, he will. And at some point, you're going to react because he's reacting. You know what I'm saying?
All right. It's a nighttime show. So listen, We're gonna peel the layers off these onions, man. Because
let's get to it. Let's get to
we
it.
ain't gonna play no games, yo. All right. First round, Gwitty goes, and I'm thinking to myself, first part of this round is all right. Okay, because Gwitty said, listen, I know I got the battle with Head Ice, but that's whatever. This battle I want to show up because it's New York versus Philly, and I want to prove that this guy can't mess with me, and I want to send a message. So these bars are it's gonna be crazy. So I'm like, all right, Gwitty, you're putting a lot of hype on this battle, so I'm expecting a lot from you. First one, he starts off pretty good. I'm like, okay, and then I don't know, it just like tails off. And I understand the bars, I get it, but it's just like it's a lot of ad-libbing, self-hyping and hiding the content. Because to me, that's just hiding the deficiencies in the potency of the content. So he goes, his round is done. Okay, serviceable round. You're starting off the night, cool. Maybe you're a little nervous. Maybe that's your light round and your next two are heavy. I'm cool with that. Yo, Kaboom. Bombing from beginning to end of the round. And these guys had long rounds to begin with. Kaboom was, the levels, it was clear separation. If you were just going by rounds, this round was a straight body. Like it just showed like, wait a minute, are these guys on the same level? Like, what's going on here? Kaboom was straight fire, man. He took this extra serious. He had layered writings. I loved his entendres. He had some super creative stuff. The performance was off the chain. He looked like he really wanted to send a message to everybody that was watching. And I took notice, boom. Okay. It was straight fire. And I'm not even going to waste any more time. The next two rounds were pretty much like this to me also. Kaboom dominated this battle totally. Like I said, man, the content, the separation, the writing, the creativity, it was just two different levels, man. And his album flips were it was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous, yo. The album got pushed back. The album got shelved. The album is now a tax write-off, man. Gwitty, you're a personality. If I see Gwitty in the title, I'm gonna click on it majority of the time. He has his own language, he has his own cult following. So I salute all of that. He knows how to market himself, keep himself in the mix. But man, it was a glaring difference in the content and in the writing, and you can't hide it with the personality and the ad libs and the and it's nasty. Like, you cannot hide it. I'm just sorry, but salute though, man. Kaboom, you Philly 1-0, clear. There's no discussion right now.
I want to agree with you. I think Philly's 1-0 clear. I actually scored the exact same way you did. I had Kaboom winning every round. The first was dominant. The other two, for me, wasn't as dominant as the first, but I still had him edging the last two, winning the first clear. So I had Kaboom 3-0. I want to read this quote from Kaboom because I think you made a really good point when you said he noticed the moment. Like, he wanted to put people on notice because he says here, end quote, I told people this was going to be the best Kaboom you've ever seen. This was a battle where I knew everybody would be paying attention and you could really absorb my material. Gwitty was amazing, so it makes my win that much more impactful. And then Uncle Ra asked him, do you give him a round? And Kaboom says, I give him credit.
That was slick.
That was fire. Hey, listen, I want to say this. We've talked about this a few years back that Rum Nitty gave a lot of flowers to Kaboom, saying that he's one of his early influences, like his style, like derives a little bit from like who Kaboom was, because Kaboom was probably one of the original punchliners. It doesn't really get mentioned that often when we talk about punchers, or at least some people that pioneered it, and he is one of those. So there were moments where Kaboom was just rapping to like Gwitty, and I saw similar mannerisms from like what Nitty was mentioning about how he's influenced by Kaboom, and I was like, yo, that's fire. Kaboom actually even called him out afterwards too in the same interview with Uncle Ra. He called out Nitty, called out a couple names, but
I ain't gonna lie. If we get that level rapping, it's like, it's gonna look this now. I don't want to say it because Area 51, they're gonna flood the comments and all that. So
there's that one dude that be on your helmet. There's that one dude that be on your helmet too. Every time you
on my helmet, man. Shout out to everyone in the comments, man. 4x7 Barry, a day one. He was in the comments. Shout out to Tim the Genius. We hollered at each other over the weekend.
Yeah.
Ty always in the comment section. So salute, man, everyone in the comments. You know, I'm in there now. So that's where you can find me.
Hey, I just want to say, I know Kaboom had a hit list. I'm just gonna say, I know Nitty right now trying to battle Lux. He got a bunch of other things in sight, but in the near distant future, Rum Nitty and Kaboom is a battle I need and like.
Yo, if it could happen on Trenches, or oddly enough, I battle. You know what I'm saying? I think it'll fit both places. You know, or yeah, because it just needs to be in a place where it's just super appreciated. Everyone is just super tuned in for the bars, like no distractions, because that level of rapping that Kaboom was putting on,
now,
that was a clinic.
I want to say this about Gwitty's performance. Maybe it just didn't translate to me. Maybe too much of the self ad-libbing kind of threw me off, and I couldn't really like get into the groove of what he was doing. He had some peaks and valleys for sure. Our Twitter poll has it 50-50, Vlad. I was thoroughly shocked, brother.
Hey, listen. I always tell you, France, man, where we at? Oh, we at the 16-minute mark. Listen, man.
Yeah.
France, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got one and they all stink. All right. So if that's how they see it, that's on them. I'm not gonna argue someone else's opinion. That's on you. But I did not see it that way. I thought the evidence was right there.
Also, Kaboom is never shy of wanting to show us his memorization skills. First round 10 minutes, second round 10 minutes, third round 12 minutes.
All right, that might be the only complaint that I'd have, man. Just that's too long. Like you can't do that in other scenarios. I get it. It's Philly. You guys were the first battle of, you know, the notable guys. So people are usually like, okay, as long as you're fired, we ain't tripping. You guys are the first people on, but chill out, man. Chill out. We ain't trying to do that every round. 55 minutes for a Gwitty battle and a Kaboom battle. That's a long time, man. Chill.
55 minutes is a long time. OMP and Reed and Mike P and Rosenberg combined is like a minute more than Gwitty and Kaboom.
That's all I'm saying.
Come on, man. Let's bring back time limits or something, man. This is too much, bro. It's too much.
You know how I know. Go ahead.
Kaboom was on one.
Yeah, he definitely was, man. Next battle.
What are you gonna say? You know what? Before we move on?
Nah, it's all good, man. We're moving on.
All right. So I personally have Philly up 1-0. That's just me.
Yeah.
Okay. Our scoreboard called it debatable, but I called it 1-0 Philly. I'm being objective here. I could obviously wave the New York flag, but I'm not going to. Not for this performance. K Walker versus Showoff. K Walker, who's becoming the Trenches superstar here. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like battling K Walker, like, you know, a couple years ago, people would like add battling somebody in their hometown to like kind of spice up their resume. And you would say, I'm battling K Walker in Philly. And people kind of laughed at it. Now it's like, I'm battling K Walker in Philly. It's like, oh, that's a challenge. That's a challenge. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he's been improving since, I want to say, the last 2 years. I got to see him live at RBE when they did the Straight to It's back last year, April. And that was when I most notably noticed, like, oh, hold up, this man is improving his writing. He's actually like really like putting a conscious effort into getting better, because I feel like he's self-aware where his battle rap stock is, but he's so respected and he's like the glue to Philly. And that's what I got to give so much props to, that like he has no problem. He has no ego. He doesn't care about getting high looks or being a like high profile battler. He cares about uplifting the city. You know what I'm saying? He's always unified. You've seen him with Reed, you've seen him with Cash, you've seen him with Eazy, with Tone, with Hollowman. Hollowman is the reason K Walker's the reason Hollowman even came back. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to give that props to K Walker before we talk about the battle.
Fire battle. I must say, I know no Showoff had a battle the week prior.
Yes.
With Head Ice.
Yes.
That I did not like. And I was a little nervous because you would think, okay, if I have battles back-to-back weeks, who am I gonna write the craziest stuff for? With no disrespect, Head Ice or K Walker. One would think Head Ice for sure. We're all completely wrong. Showoff came with some fire material for this battle. All three rounds.
It was actually better than his Head Ice performance.
This was what I'm saying, which makes absolutely no sense at all. Like they both showed up last week and was like, "Yeah, we gonna phone it in," and this week the Showoff showed up like. I was like, did he get confused with the dates? Like, did he think this was Max Out and last week was the Trenches? And he was like, did he get the dates confused? I don't know what happened, but this Showoff was fire. But I must say, so was K Walker in this battle, right? Go ahead. I see you ready to say something. Go ahead.
I have a little theory about that.
Go ahead.
Him and Head Ice obviously have the quarantine battle, so they're technically trying to do like a second rendition of it.
Right.
Max Out has all these big opportunities for A.Ward and for Will.
Right.
Even though I guess Young Ill isn't a big opportunity for Big K, but it's still proceeding his Cody campaign. And he's like, I want to battle Calico. You know what I'm saying? I want Calico. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And maybe the inspiration for battling Ice wasn't as high as it was for battling K Walker in the city and repping New York and being a part of a team-oriented card. That's what I'm gonna theorize.
Oh, look at Mr. PR over here, man. You know, you would work very well in someone's front office. Excuse me. I'm just saying, you know,
would work well or do work well.
Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
No, but that's my theory.
That's how rumors get started, man. But yeah. I get that, and that could totally be true. It can be true. I'm just saying. But regardless, that's neither here nor there because we can't factualize any of this stuff. This is just our thoughts, all right?
Yeah.
So, anywho, I gotta say this straight up. If you're from the Philadelphia area, K Walker did enough for you to be like, yo, I give it to my man. If you from the New York area, you for Showoff for sure did enough to say, yo, Showoff got that. Now that we take that out of here, we can tell you that it was a contested battle. For me personally, though, I had Showoff's rounds 1 and 3, I want to say. I just felt like while they both had bars, it's like Showoff brought another level of his level of conviction and his content was talking to that room. All right. Like, and everyone already knows K Walker. He's everyone's little brother. He has said that. So to go in there and command that room like that, like you're from that town, you know, and he just had that content, man. He just Showoff was just, he had that extra level, man. He had some graphic material, and I just felt like he just came with more material than K Walker did. Slightly for me, it's what I preferred. But you know, if someone says they have K Walker, I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I personally had K Walker. I think edging the last 2 rounds. Showoff's first round was pretty good. I thought he slightly. It was a really competitive battle. First off,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
you said it best. Like both cities are gonna count this as a win for themselves. Like no one's gonna give this one up. You know, what I'm saying?
And this is what I'm saying, right? So and I really do wish they had some way to keep count of this because they can.
We were lied to. They told us there was going to be a fan vote on Rap Grid. You know what I'm saying?
Easy. All I'm gonna say is take a look around at what other leagues might be messing up on things. And listen, if another league told me that we're keeping count, you know what I'm saying, and these battles count, I want to be a part of it. We paid $40 to be a part of it. I want to press a button. Well, I don't want to press a button personally, but I know that because I don't vote. But a lot of you would want to.
If you never set the precedent, like there's going to be a fan vote, fine.
Who cares?
You said there would be. You said there would be.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta see these things through. The small details count. They count. Because what if they go to New York next time? You know, New York could be like, we're up this. Philly could be like, we're up that. And you continue the series. And you could do this twice a year. And we could all look forward to it, you know? So opportunity missed, but whatever. I mean, you put together a good card, so I'll take that over the ability to see who people voted for. But nonetheless, if you're from New York, you're gonna have Showoff winning. If you're from Philly, K Walker did enough. But for me personally, I prefer Showoff in this battle. But good job from both rappers, though, man. Salute to both rappers, yo.
K Walker left the first trenches with my favorite bar of the night. And now he leaves this trenches with arguably my favorite round of the night. You know what I'm saying?
Which round was that?
His second round. Second round was amazing.
Just making sure.
You know, yeah, no doubt. His second round was amazing. And his third round was pretty good too. I could definitely see the case for Showoff winning because at the very near end, Showoff landed like this big haymaker, forgot the bar, but it was like he had a really big reaction towards the end of his third round. I think I made a note of it here. I forgot the bar exactly, but I just remember he did something very massive to end his third round, and it was like the perfect way to like squeak out the victory.
Yeah, and I noticed in the third too, that's when K Walker was doing the comparisons from the earlier Philadelphia battle rap guys and all that stuff, and saying we were doing this at this time. What about this guy and that guy? So that, I'm like, okay, he's tying in the nostalgia. First guy really that night to really try to capture that, as opposed to before we just had, guys just going in, Gwitty doing his thing.
Found the bar.
Really, what's the bar?
The bar was the facial recognition bar he had.
Oh, yeah, that got kind of crazy. That's what I'm saying. It was so graphic. It was just the content was different types of content,
A flurry of punches, a flock exposes chin, facial recognition, you'll never unlock your phone again.
Come on, man. Come on.
I heard some facial recognition bars, right. Obviously. That was really good, and that one had the room just like on tilt. Yeah. He ended his round right there. Like that's the way you want to end the bottom of your third round on a haymaker. Like it was a perfect. It's a perfect switch to just be like, I edged that round. So if you have Showoff, no complaints from me. I still gave it a Walker though.
Right. This is what I'm saying. So for me at this point, it's 1-1 for me. So you have Philadelphia up 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got it 1-1. Showoff took the first victory for New York for me.
Now we get P to the stage.
Oh man!
Versus Reed Dollaz. Ooh!
Relax, Mr. BX, man.
Big
Relax,
shit.
Man.
All right,
BBS, huh? BBS.
Big wrong shit.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? BBS. Streets better see his A game instead of his B game. Because if you beat a game, you ain't gonna see the game, and you just might see them things. Yeah, shouts to P. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely one of those guys that I want to make a list real soon about all the guys that was running around during the DVD era, because obviously we championed Moog, Reed, Iron, Rex, Ness, you know what I'm saying? Lux, right? Because they're in our faces. But there's people like P, Streets, Shalano Shells, Fox 5, you know what I'm saying? A lot of
he got mentioned too.
A lot of names. This is like, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Morris, Joey Jihad. The list goes on. There's a lot. That era is actually much more deeper than we realize. You know what I'm saying? Rain Man. So P, one of those guys that was around, cut from that DVD cloth, has a really close relationship with Murder Mook. Was on URL's early edition. He was on their third card, February 2010, Battle DNA. And that was his last acapella 3-round battle, because he did battle on Verbal Warzone about a year or two ago against Clips. That battle was a mess, and there's a battle on Beats. You take it with a grain of salt. It ain't
that's not why we're going. The content from P going at Charlie Clips' father was terrible from two friends. Oh, it was cringeworthy. It was so cringeworthy. P had to apologize to Charlie Clips when he saw the errors of his ways. So salute to that man, but oh, that was nasty work though.
So making his full 3-round acapella return since 2010 against Reed Dollaz. Which, fun fact, we can't confirm this because Mr. International P likes to lie to all of us. He'll never tell us the truth. But apparently, there's a vaulted Fight Club battle of P and Reed Dollaz.
You can't just call that man a liar.
yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know why?
What he's got in his vault.
Because he said he was going to release the vault 2 years ago when I spoke to him. It's been 2 years.
Yo, he ain't say when he was going to release the vault.
It's been 20 years. You don't have the tapes.
You don't know that.
Call my bluff. Do it. Just do it. Go ahead. Prove me wrong.
Yo, you're like those. You're like those dudes on Twitter, like, I ain't never seen no woman wear no pants like these.
Nah,
Everyone's like,
I challenge you. I implore you. Go ahead, upload something and be like, I do got it, friends. Look at that.
oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, Mr. Reverse Psychology. All right.
All right. The point is though.
I bet you won't give me no head. I was wrong.
Hey, hit me. I bet you won't hit me first. You know what I'm saying? All right. The point is though, salute to Intentional P. They apparently had a battle at Fight Club, UMP and Reed Dollaz, which is historical. If that's the case. I don't know how true it is, only because I didn't hear any of them ever talk about it in their face-off or interviews or anybody ever mention it. I mean, I've heard the stories. I just don't know if it's true. So
I don't know either. I wasn't.
Well, the point is though, it's a battle from two guys from the same era, face to face. Reed Dollaz sets the tone. He goes first. Now we'll say for you to come back to battle rap battle and Reed in Philly, you know that's a tough assignment, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
tough task.
Definitely a tall order. You know what I'm saying? In the words of Rosenberg, it's a tough customer.
Is that how Rosenberg sounds to you?
No, that's what he says.
I know, but no, what he sounds like.
he was a tough customer. Like, Frozy.
He's like McGruff the crime dog. He was a tough customer. Frozy.
Hey, man.
He was a tough customer. Yeah,
he
sounds like
what he said.
Junior,
But Reed's first round, potent, nostalgic, in his bag.
Yeah.
Then he pulled out I got KO over my shoulder. I'm in Rambo mode.
Yeah.
Rambo mode is a nice little special trick unlocked. And then he just went into a straight pocket after that. I was like, whoa, hold up. I like Rambo mode.
Rambo mode was that. Yo, he started off. I'm like, all right, cool. Okay, Reed, here we go. Once he hit that the K over my shoulder joint and K Walker is standing over his shoulder, I thought that was a dope way to use your man's as a prop. And then, like France said, man, he just started spitting after that. Dope round. I ain't tripping. It's a beatable round, but it's a dope round. And I'm not mad at these type of round because I know what to expect from Reed. And also, Reed just battled not too long ago. And I think he has a battle coming up also. So what am I really expecting?
Battle's coming up.
I'm not expecting him to go deep in the Arsenal kit and bring out his deepest rhymes. All right.
No, but
so when I heard,
I thought the first round was still a tough
round. No, that's what I'm saying. So me expecting that, this first round was like, well, okay, I'm getting more than what I thought I'd be getting, and this is actually dope. Let's keep this going. Now we have UMP making his return. And I'm like, okay, what's about to happen here? It's good, but you can tell like the rust and the timing was just slightly off. But you could tell the writing is like he gets it. Like he gets it. He's just off by a split second here and there. And he's just got to shake the rust off and the nerves off. So at this point, I'm like, okay, that's a good comeback round after being since 2010, doing this acapella thing. I'm not mad at that round, but I could see you're shaking it off. Reed gets that round to me. Then they go into round 2. And France, to me, there's a drop off in Reed's material here in round 2.
Massive.
I was thinking to myself, this is more along the lines of what I was expecting. Okay. UMP has a chance here. All right. Yo, he's wilding out in the second round, son. Like it's like whatever mistakes he was making in the first round, figured it all out and was going crazy. And I'm thinking to myself, this dude hasn't done this since 2010. And he's falling right in the pocket. Like he gets it. He looks like he belongs. And clear. So now it's 1-1. I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's see what happens here. Is UMP gonna gas out? Is Reed, was that second round just like, all right, let me just do this throwaway and then, finish it off on a Rambo buzzer beater in the third? What's gonna happen? France. I don't know what mixtape this came from, what bag of rhymes this came from, what old notebook this came from, what old Samsung or BlackBerry this round came from, but it came from one of them, and it wasn't memorized. All right, and Reed was stumbling through it. It was anemic. The round was. It was. What are we doing here? P.
Smell blood in the water.
Smell blood in the water.
Smell blood in the water. Yo,
Like
when Reed finished rapping his third, they're in Philly screaming out, "It's over." I was like, whoa. And then there's a bar where goes, and if you bet anybody, make sure you pay them tonight. And everybody's like, pay them. It was like, whoa, he's beating Reed Dollaz in front of us clear. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh, man. Yo, that third round, man, it was so clear. It was, oh my gosh, man. Like he whooped Reed. It was clear. Like it was super clear. And Un's conviction, his presence in the ring. Now, granted, small enclosed environment, all that stuff, and things are different on a bigger stage. I get it, but that's not the game that we're playing right now. Right now, we're doing small room battle rap. And in small room battle rap, he looked good, man. He looked good. The bars are there. He had enough performance for me. Clean a couple things up here and there, but the man ain't been here since 2010. What am I really mad at? You know what I'm saying? P clear, second and third. If you just want to go based off bars, do what you want with the first round, but I gave it to Reed. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
But P, you look good, bro. Whoever else you want to battle, you proved your point to me. You know what I'm saying? You can battle. You definitely can battle. Oh, no.
I think this was a great return for him because it was somebody from his era. Although obviously you would have favored Reed because he's more experienced and he's in Philly.
Right.
And over the last year or two or so, when you look at some of Reed's performances, which I'm going to get to in a second, his best performance came from the trenches. So it's like I just seen him look really good here.
Right.
I can't necessarily go against it, but this was a great return for Un because prior to this, there was talks about him returning to URL battling Shotgun Suge. That would have been a really difficult assignment. Ace Amin was Ace Amin was talks as well, possibly being his return battle. So like those are very difficult assignments. And I'm not saying that Reed isn't, or at least showcased himself to be on paper, but like this was a good return for him. I did want his pacing to be a little bit faster. And some of his bars, like the wrestling scheme, it was, I've heard it before, but the conviction and delivery makes it so good. He sells the fuck out of the bars that I feel like I may have heard. I'm expecting somebody that hasn't battled in 12 years to have OBC. I'm not going to kill him for it, but the drug bars.
Oh.
You ever try to buy a 9-bedroom with a
ridiculous, man.
And they weren't even like setups. They were just one bar, two. Like he was on some 1-2 shit. And so I gotta give Un a whole ton of credit for that. Now for Reed, right? All right. So look, since the Murder Mook battle, which is probably one of the worst Summer Madness battles of all time, he goes on to RB, right? Has a very good battle with Ill Will. Arguably wins. Nobody ever talks about how he messed up in the third round, but we're gonna look past that. Then he battles Big K. Pulls his phone out against Big K.
Like, I'm the one that made Big K pull his phone out.
both did. They both did. Pulled his phone out against Big K. Has a whole recycled mixtape round against A.Ward. Doesn't show up to the Remedy Loco battle. That's a whole situation. We'll leave it alone. Then he battles Eazy. Good battle against Eazy. Battles pass. Just straight decline in every round. Then he battles P. And just straight decline every round. And out of these seven battles I just listed, I could point to 4 of them where he's not clean. Like, at what point do we ever just hold him to a standard of just like, yo, hold on, man, this man is inconsistent? I get it. I don't feel like he's one of the legends that doesn't talk shit. People love to see him around. Right. He finds a way to get into a nostalgic bag for a round. He's real humble.
And he'll give you one of those battles every once in a while. You'd be like, okay.
He's really, really humble and doesn't do all the brass, you know what I'm saying, battle rap stuff. So I guess it's hard to dislike him, but it's just the sample size accumulates and it's just like, all right, bro, am I supposed to do with this, bro? Like out of these 7 battles, I don't got you win any of them. I personally don't. And if you do, you might have won 1 or 2 of them. But even if you do got to win 2 out of these 7, he messed up in 4 out of these 7. He messed up in more than half of his last battles over the last 2 years. And then he's got JC and Dre Dennis coming up. What's he supposed to do? I don't think he's supposed to be battling this much. I think Reed is a low volume battler. I don't think he's supposed to be battling this much.
1 or 2 times a year.
This is what it's
battling with this much frequency exposes the weakness, and it is in the bars. He's got the conviction and all that stuff, but there's only so many creative ways to say some of these things. And when you only battle a couple of times a year, oh yeah, you can get away with, we haven't seen Reed since January or whatever. Yeah, we're looking forward to this. The last time he battled, he put on. But when you got 4, 5, 6 battles lined up and we're looking at them and it's like 3 of them, and then you got one that's like, yeah, then you got 2, 3 in a row. I don't know what to look forward to in the next couple of battles. Good luck, but man, Oomp, hell of a comeback, man. I'm looking forward to your next battle. Let's see what's up. Bring that brother back, man, because he definitely put on. I didn't know what to expect because, like I said, that Charlie Clips, but I knew that battle wasn't a representation of what he could actually do. You feel me? I just didn't know where he'd be at today, but he was there. Battle rap wise, he was there. He didn't sound like a rapper trying to battle. He was battle rapping. He was battle rapping. So salute to Oomp. Can't wait to see the next battle. Great job. New York 2-1.
New York clear 2-1.
Yeah, emphatically.
You feel me? So great return for Oomp and Reed Dollaz, man. I got the microscope. I'm not going for, you know what I'm saying? Since the Mook battle to now, I ain't been happy. All right. This don't make me smile. You know what I'm saying?
Move on, player.
I'm gonna leave it alone. I've said enough. I've done enough. Now we get another return, another decade plus return. Hollowman hits the stage to battle Head Ice. I do want to say, first and foremost, while I was very content with the battle and Hollowman's return, when a battle is not advertised as a 1-rounder and we think there's 3 rounds, we're always going to be upset about that with the leagues. This isn't nothing against Eazy. This is just period. It could be bullpen. It could be URL. It could be any league, bro. If you book a battle and it's 1 round and you don't advertise it as 1 round and we don't find out till the day of or the day prior that it's a 1-rounder, I'm going to feel shorted. You know what I'm saying?
And listen, and these aren't opening acts from around the way who paid to be on the card. All right. If that battle's around 1-rounder, I'm not tripping. I'm probably even happier, in fact. But if you're telling me
it was the headliner, it was the headliner before you changed Mike P and Rosenberg.
Hello. But if you're telling me you got Hollowman coming back after 20 years versus Head Ice, every other battle on the card is a 3-rounder. Why would I think maybe this one's a 1-rounder? No, I'm not thinking that. I was disappointed in that, Eazy. I have no one else to talk to because you're the league owner, you know. So, yeah, man, that was a little whack. But nonetheless, though, the battle came out the way it came out, and it ended very well for Hollowman. It was the best scenario for Hollowman. So maybe it not being 3 rounds turned out to be the best thing. I need to know that it's a 1-rounder, though. I need to know that.
That form of a return, me and Tata talk about it all the time. That might be the best way to return to battle rap if you haven't battled in over X amount of years. Take a 1-rounder, you know what I'm saying, on a smaller platform and in an environment that's probably comfortable with you or just close to you, you know what I'm saying, and just test the waters out. You know what I'm saying? It's how Gaddis, when she made her return a couple years back, she hadn't battled for a long time. She made a return back to Lady Caution 1-rounder. Yeah, sure, maybe it takes away some of the allure, but it also, to me, builds up the hype and gets you equipped to battle. You know what I'm saying?
If you do well, it builds up the hype for that.
We don't know what to expect
If you do well, it builds up the hype for that second battle. But these 1 round returns, though, they definitely have a little asterisk for me because it's a battle. It's two people competing against one another, but you don't get a chance to see if there's a momentum swing, how you bounce back, and all that stuff. So it's not a full all-out fight. Y'all scrapped, you know what I'm saying? Y'all got it on,
Yeah, that's what.
but
Yeah.
this wasn't a full fight. Although, then now, I mean, we've talked about the battle, but we haven't actually talked about the battle, though, Fran. So let's actually talk about this battle. You want to set it off, my brother?
Yo, salute to Head Ice, also battling back to back 7 days apart. He was on Max Out against
Didn't
Showoff.
do the Gwitty battle. That was confirmed.
Yeah, did not do the Gwitty battle. So although he had 3 lined up in 3 weeks, not gonna be able to do it.
He was around the corner too.
Smart man, because I mean,
How are you around the corner from the venue? You're battling the guy on a card. You just like, nah, nah. I ain't
well,
showing up.
I mean, obviously it was a smart move because in the Hollowman battle, at some points he definitely stumbled and lost place of his round. I thought Head Ice gave you a performance that is pretty much standard for what you would expect from a Head Ice battle, and you take that with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, to the bigger picture of Head Ice and Hollowman, right? Earlier, how we mentioned UMP and all the guys from the DVD era when they were running around in their prime during that time period, Mook, Lux, Rex, all these names, right? They're like cultivating and creating and establishing their career, but they all had a higher voice above them. Who was their OGs? Who was their big brother? Who was their older voice? Head Ice was that for Harlem. Hollowman was that for Philly. So this was definitely a unique conversation between both of them, especially for the historians of battle rap. Anybody that is well equipped with knowing some of the history knows how important it is for these two individuals to have that conversation. That's why the face-off was so respectful. So respectful. You know what I'm saying? And Head Ice, solid performance, and I definitely got to tip my hat to him for battling back to back 7 days apart. But it was a hit job, my brother. This was a hit job. All right. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you're gonna be able to do.
Nah. Listen. All right. Once again, I thought Head Ice's material, right, what he was able to spit was actually better than the week before versus Showoff, which was I don't know, man. That's mind blowing once again, but that's neither here nor there. The material that he rapped cleanly, I dug it. You know, like I said, if you're into Head Ice's style, you'll like it. If you're one of those people that don't understand what he's saying more than half the time, you're probably like, oh, I don't understand what he's saying anyway, so it ain't for you. But if you are into it, you're like, yo, this content is good. Boy, you can tell that back to back weeks of battling definitely caught up to his ass, and
Showed.
you ain't 22 anymore. You know what I mean? I don't know how old you are, but definitely 22. And it just caught up to him, and he was just stumbling here and there. It wasn't clean, trying to get it back, got it back, lost it again. And I mean, at this point, all Hollow Man has to do is not be terrible and actually spit his round cleanly, and he's gonna win, right? But what's the fun in that? Like, just winning is actually not cool if you haven't been around for 20 years and you're at home and your whole neighborhood is here and the whole city's here to see you rap. And let me tell you, man, Hollow Man did not let anyone down at all. I mean, the dude was smooth, he was slick, he was witty, he had that mature gangster talk. It wasn't anything frivolous about his material at all. It was classy. And then, I mean, the bars were heavy, believable, relevant. And on top of that, the cadence was A1. I mean, you know, he ain't really much of a performer and none of that stuff, but it's like the man didn't need to do that much that night. He just needed to stand where he stood, spit what he spat, and you know, and then on top of that, he did this PC scheme all over again. The crowd rapped word for word. Eazy was losing his mind. He was like a kleptomaniac kid in a candy store with no parental guidance. He was losing. He was going bonkers, and and I mean, it was a rap, man. A Hollow Man, that was nostalgic right there. That was what nostalgia is all about. It was modern day rapping with a twist of the vintage stuff, just blended effortlessly. And he definitely gave us what we were looking for. Salute to Hollowman. You know, he says he wants to continue battling, which I'm happy to hear. But you know, we'll let the honeymoon period hang around a little bit longer. But when that next battle gets announced, you know, the honeymoon period will be off. But as far as this show is concerned, tonight or Tuesday morning, Hollow Man, welcome back. Fantastic job. Clear victory. What is this now? 2-2 for Philly? Is this what we're doing? For me. Because I got Hollow Man winning.
I got a 3-1.
I got Hollow Man winning. I got Showoff winning.
I got K Walker and Kaboom winning. So
I got
3-1 for
winning.
me. Yeah.
Wait a minute. So I got Hollow Man, I got Showoff, and I got Kaboom. Yikes! I got 2-1. Mm-hmm.
You have a 2-2. I have a 3-1.
2-2. Yeah.
Okay.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I would love to play a clip of the crowd just going crazy reciting Hollow Man, but I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, listen, man.
Quarter Labs, you got it. Quarter Labs. I'm gonna leave you
Quarter
alone.
Quarter Lab is the real gangster. All right. They're like, yo, you gonna get down or lay down, Caesar. Everyone's like, we're gonna get down. We want to increase our viewership. Please let us reach a higher demographic than YouTube stepping on our neck. Please.
It definitely took down some of our clips.
Oh my god!
I did get a chance to talk to Eazy. He said it, you know, it was Quarter Labs. It wasn't him. You know what I'm saying?
The ball was classy. He was definitely classy about everything.
The ball held it down, man. and we got those clips back posted up. Apparently, you know, they're just trying to get DNA's tooth. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like DNA's tooth can't be the one posting the clips. Like he's the one authorized to not do nothing.
Oh right? My god! Well, clearly, I didn't know that.
Yeah, get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Hey, listen, man. I'm like Switzerland, all right?
Yeah.
Everything is content to me at this point. You make good content, I'm watching. But
Hollowman has so many highlights, man.
So many highlights, bro. Please, I know I did a lot of talking, France, and people probably shut up, Vlad. Can you please tell me what you thought about the? I didn't get to speak to you about it. Like we texted, but we didn't speak. I want to hear what you have to think about his return.
At one point, it stopped being about Head Ice and Hollowman, and it just became about let's just watch Hollowman together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like everybody was just in awe. Head Ice as well. So like. I don't really look at it so much as a win or loss. This is more of like let me re-showcase myself. And you hit on the nose when Hollowman said, and quote, let me read this. I did one round to get my feet wet. I just wanted to get a response from the people, and the people want me here. Then I'm gonna come here. So the people want you here, bro. We actually wanted more of that same night. So now that he knows that, I could definitely anticipate to see him at least probably once or twice next year, maybe even more, maybe 2-3 times. We'll see. He gave big shout outs to K Walker. So K Walker is the reason he even came back. You know what I'm saying? He kind of let it off in the face-offs very sneakily. If you paid attention, he was like, "They gave me 2 months to write one round."
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's what I texted you. I was like, wait a minute, partner. We got another John Super Bowl situation going
on. We're like, is this a 1-round battle? Like, but my thing is like, you know, he hadn't battled in 20 years, so I don't know if he's just
right.
You know, like maybe he don't know the lingo.
Philly, maybe, so I'm like, I don't know. Maybe
he don't know the lingo. Maybe you know. No, but you know, listen, it was the perfect showcase. That man stocks through the roof.
Yeah,
after
this
battle.
Man. It just looks so effortless. That's what was crazy.
The best part about it is
effortless, dog.
The best part about it is like I'm not gonna use the word unorthodox, right? Because some battle rappers have been labeling themselves unorthodox, and it's just been too much. You know what I'm saying? But with him, his style breaks the mold of like what the traditional ear wants to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like it's its own unique style. But my favorite part about it was he found a way to still weave in the name flips, because name flipping you know, that wasn't the biggest of things back
Right.
in his time period. So you incorporating a name flip is obviously not just showing you tailoring your material, but also realizing I do need to add punchlines at some point, for real, for
Absolutely.
real. So like with the
Absolutely.
bag of ice, the Walt Disney on ice, all that's
Spending
like,
on ice. Yeah.
yeah, all that is like, all right, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be the foundation. I'm gonna be what y'all grew up on, but I'm also gonna find a way to make sure I'm attacking my opponent. And I was just
Yeah.
like, bravo, man.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, it was clean, man. It was, like I said, it was clean.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see from old heads returning. Like, please come back and be classy, like looking like you're doing something. You know, and friends, I gotta say, like, even the way it ended, he finished his round with the shock look, and everyone's going crazy. And it's like, okay, cameras off, and it's him and his whole crew just like walks outside. Like it's just like a boxer just leaving the ring, and the whole crew is just exiting right after. It just looked great, man. It looked great. Welcome back. That was dope. At this point of the night, I'm like, all right, whatever. Ice was tripping up, but this was so good that whatever, man. Like this was worth the price of admission. $40 was a lot of money for this card, but I was happy with the card though.
Yeah, no. Dope battle from
$30 would have been a little bit better. Though. I'm saying?
I hear you, brother. Uh,
Especially after 4 weeks of back-to-back battles.
hey, listen,
ARP
man.
cracking us for 75.
Hey, listen, man.
Oh,
I think I speak for
oh
I
my
speak for
gosh, man.
I speak for a lot of people in the culture when I say this. You know what I'm saying? At least people that were on caffeine. I missed the caffeine era. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
Free
comparing the leagues. I'm
battles,
just
man.
comparing the
Oh
price.
my
That's, you know what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And then, like, you know, definitely enjoyed that free entertainment for as long as I could have.
Jeez, and the check.
Hello.
Hey,
See,
big head. My
this don't make
caffeine.
this don't make me smile. This makes me sad. This don't make me smile.
We leave caffeine, all of a sudden people get 50,000 views, 60,000 views on like 6-minute content. Uh, we know
All
how
right.
these sites be. Anywho, man.
All right. So time for
I'm
the
sorry to bring the energy down, everybody. We just had a flashback. PTSD hit us, and we just shared with you guys live or taped on air. But now let's bring the energy back up. Main event time, man. Main event: Mike P
the
versus Rosenberg.
the critically acclaimed main event, which then actually became the actual main event, which should have been the main event the whole time. But
You know,
hey,
OG protocol. You know what I'm saying?
salute.
Respect the OGs, man.
Rosenberg versus
And
Mike
Rosenberg
P.
ain't technically from Philly.
Hey,
Would have looked a little crazy having a
I
Norristown
also I
guy
also feel like
headline.
they're the two best
New York
active
versus,
battlers on the card too. So
yeah, yeah. But the card is called New York versus Philly. You feel me? Not New York versus Norristown.
hey, listen,
Would have
hands in the
looked a
air.
little crazy.
All right, all right, all right. I get it, I get it. But they made the audible last minute. They
It
called the
did.
audible last minute.
Good
So
call. Good call.
great call. Rosenberg Raw versus Mike P. A little to the hype for me. I really, really enjoyed this battle. Super, super duper debatable. Even though our Twitter poll has a little bit more favored towards Mike, I'm kind of impressed to see that
Mm.
Mike is winning the Twitter poll like 60, almost 70% of Rosenberg's 30.
That's it. Wow. 70-30?
It's I tell you, I'm gonna check it right now.
Oh,
It's
wow.
69% Mike P,
Hey, yo.
31 Rosenberg.
That's kind of crazy, son. All right. In all actuality, though, this is a close battle, man. Once again, it's going to come down to preference. Are you, angles are angles. It's all in how you deliver them and what you say. And how often do you use the angle? How many rounds are you using the angle in? But you know me, if it hits, it hits. So you have one school that's like that. Then you have the other school. Is the guy just rapping? Is he just attacking his opponent? Is he being more direct? Then I have him winning. But for me personally, when this battle was over, I had Rosenberg Raw edging this battle. And listen,
shit.
if it be, I'm from Brooklyn, so I'm from New York, but I don't
Let's
know.
get
I'm
to
just
it.
thinking. All right, I'm looking at the battle like this.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's a battle on camera, but it's also a battle in that room and what those people like, and you have an audience that every city you go to, every environment you go to, you have to tailor it for that environment. So if you know that in this town, they're cool with all the flexing your wordplay, and if you're a rapper that got range and oh, I can lean more towards my bars in this venue, but in this venue, all right, man, maybe I'll give more performance or be more direct or be a little bit more funny. So you know how to alter stuff. So Mike P, he was the Mike P that we've known all this time throughout this battle. He stood on his square, delivered his bars exactly how you expect Mike P to do, and he did a great job of that. Rosenberg Raw, like I pointed this out on past shows. Sometimes when he battles in Philly, he doesn't seem like the same guy. Like sometimes I don't know, like sometimes he'll slip up, choke, doesn't look as confident in his material, just doesn't look the same as when he's other places or RBE and stuff like that. He just looks like a different person at time. But for this battle, though, he was turned up. Rosenberg Raw was turned up. He was very focused. He had this look on his face. He was not breaking character at all. And I definitely respected that. And he just brought another level of grit to this battle. Yeah, the girlfriend stuff, it definitely was sprinkled throughout all 3 rounds. The majority of it to me, it hit. A couple of them, whatever. But all in all, though, man, a very, very, very close battle. I don't know how our Twitter survey got it 69-31. That's crazy to me because, like I said, man, I'm splitting hairs here. It's in what you prefer. So if someone has Mike P winning, I am not mad at them. I'm not arguing with them. I'm not saying that you're crazy for it to be 70-30, a little lopsided to me, but whatever, I respect it. But all in all, though, man, I kind of edged it slightly to Rosenberg. Now, that's first watch, one and only one watch. If I go back and watch it another time and I'm digging deeper into the bars and all that stuff, could I catch stuff that might sway my opinion? Absolutely, because it's that close of a battle. So, but it was a dope battle, good main event. It ended the night off well. So you end the night off, you're thinking, is Hollowman the crescendo? Is this it? Is this going to be a letdown now? No, man. They kept the energy going and they brought it home. Third round, crowd was a little like, oh, all right, man, battle's over. I'm ready to get up out of here. So there's a few yo hold it downs and this and that. So that gets a little distracting and a little corny. Personally, let the night end off smoothly. Like, don't disrespect the main event guys like that. I know Hollow Man just got finished rapping, everybody's all hype, but let them close it out. You gave them respect for 2 rounds. It's not that hard to give them that respect for one more round. But dope battle though, man. I'm not mad at either gentleman. France, you're on mute, player.
My bad. I wanted
Yeah,
to.
I
I
thought you
wanted
did
to.
that on purpose. I don't know what you
Yeah, I
had
don't want
going
to
on
cough
over
into the
there.
microphone.
Oh, hey,
Um,
yo.
brother, there's a fucking microphone in front of me. What you want me to do, bruh? Like, you want me to call? What you want me to call it? The audio item?
Listen, Mr. NPC. Chill out, man.
God damn.
Nah, I was messing with you.
I want to pull up to his casket. Right
Oh
before, right
yeah.
before it's downtime. I see Rose on the inside. He put
Put a
Rose on the
rose on the
outside.
outside. That was
Yo,
fire.
listen, man. I love this battle. I thought it was definitely a battle where it's like they both had a lot of little tension between URL RB. They wanted to classify it as a URL RB battle. I ain't do all that, but obviously they both had previous gripes with URL. Mike P just expressing how he feels he isn't being, properly utilized on the league, and he's just gonna do his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And Rosenberg Raw, obviously, the angle that Charlie Clips presented to the world about how he
Oh
tried
man.
to negotiate with, being on URL was represented. So there's a lot of interesting angles from both parties. You know what I'm saying? This was definitely the best Mike P I've seen since at least the Real Sick battle. So it's probably one of the best Mike P's in recent years. Main event, Mike did his thing. His first round was potent. There were moments though. I'm not gonna lie. There were moments in all three of his rounds where I never fully felt like he had a high enough bar where it couldn't have been exceeded. Does that make sense? Where it's
Absolutely.
like I'm not saying the door was open or
They
that it was
never
beatable.
brought the house down. Like where it's like, oh my God, the building is split in two. Like, what are you gonna say to this right here? It was all good stuff. Like it's all good, but it never split your hat in two. You know what I mean?
You know, people say rounds are beatable with the ideology of like it being solid or just being like subpar or decent or just okay or good. I found it like it was good and had moments of being great, but Rosenberg could be good with moments of being great and combat this as well. Like I just felt like every round was open for Rosenberg to kind of match that same intensity that Mike brought. And some rounds kind of fluctuated. Like I thought Mike P definitely got the first round on a rewatch. I got him win that round clear. The second round, even though I thought it was competitive on rewatch, I have Rosenberg win that round clear. And then the third round, I've definitely seen a lot of people like Three Letterman, Jay Smo, and others. They've said like, they got Rosenberg win that third. Me personally, I got Mike win that third. You know what I'm saying? My last front with the cops, I had an onion in my socks like a home remedy. Like
I was like, yo, wait, find out Italians be doing the same thing the Caribbeans be doing.
Yeah, bro. He had man. Yeah, some shit.
Put the onion in your sock, man. It'll clear up your flu, man.
But then Rosenberg come back and was like, you know how white people be cooking open season.
Yeah, all right. So let's talk about this first round and the difference in the two styles, right? And why to me this ends up being preference. Mike, when he starts off his round one, it's a lot of scene building and like it takes layers, it takes time, and then he's gonna build it all up into this punch and all that stuff. Whereas with Rosenberg, he starts off his round. I don't care if you want and it's like he's not wasting any time, and none of it is an entendre, none of it is a simile, none of it is figurative language or none of that stuff. It's just you know, like he knew he's just coming straight at you with just like, yo, I don't care. Let's get rocking. Let's get shaking right here, right now. And he knew how to play to that audience. And I'm not just talking about the audience in the building, because when he said it, I'm at home reacting too personally. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Let's rock. And they're both equally creative and they're both equally fun to watch. But it's like, which one do you like more? And that's just the story of the battle to me. It's like there are points in with both guys where, oh yeah, this is dope, that's dope, you know. So it's all in the style that you prefer, really. Sometimes I like that stupid below the belt, you know, bars and stuff like that. Because Rosenberg had enough of, you know, solid rapping, and then he go hit you below the belt and all that stuff, and then go back to solid rapping. So, you know, some nights in that environment, that's what he was supposed to do. You know, like he could not rap in Philly and not try to violate. Like Philly is a city that tries to violate you as soon as you cross that bridge. Okay. So he did what he was supposed to do. That's the style of rapping he was supposed to do in that battle, and that's the content he was supposed to drop. So he understood the assignment, completed the objective, and you know, in his hometown area, sneaks up out of there with the W. Like I said, I gotta watch it one more time to give a definitive answer, but salute both gentlemen though.
Did anything about like Eazy like really rooting for Mike? Did you like raise your eyebrow?
Gosh. Oh my let's go, Mike.
Let's go, Mike. Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, Mike. I'm like, oh, you drunk. Eazy was wild.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Rosenberg's like, yo, I thought I was your partner on the podcast. He's like, you ain't gonna cheer for me?
Nah, because you said Nitty was the
Out
best in
here
the world.
eating.
Nah, you said Nitty was the best in the world 2 weeks ago. So yeah, Mike. I ain't forget.
You gonna get down or lay down, Caesar? Yo, man. But yeah, that was, of course, he had a little,
Yeah. Now
had a
the
little
battle's
juice in his system.
super debatable. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna be want to see an array of split opinions on it. I think they both walked away as winners, and I was really intrigued by some of the stuff that Rosenberg said. His quote here from his blog recapping the battle: "That was the best Mike P we've seen in a long time. I thought I kicked his ass, but in a good way. I don't think I killed him. It was two dudes not letting up. He had way more to lose than me. He was a tough customer. I, but then he says, I didn't have much respect for him going into the battle, but I have mountains of respect for him now. Then he also says, this is
Damn.
important. He also says, Mike represented himself really well, and I'm proud of him. Hopefully, we can be a battle of the year. And that's something I want to do more often after battling my opponents. I want us to go in there and celebrate what we did. Nobody got bodied or killed. So we can
Yeah.
both enjoy this.
That's honest. Yo, what did you think about Bill Collective? First standing there in the mask and then revealing his face and all that. Like, what'd you think about that?
That's what I think.
That's a wild picture. It looked like the leprechaun.
Him and Mike P spoke though. Him and Mike P spoke, so that's
Right,
dope.
they cleared things up as
They
men.
cleared things up. Mike P obviously had
That
a
got
ton of
crazy.
Mike P had a ton to say about, you know what I'm saying? He said, I'm sorry I forgot who I am. You know, this ain't my first main event. This ain't my first rodeo. This is
Okay.
main stage Mike. And he
Okay.
did actually allude to, let me pull this up. We got some more Mike P quotes here about how he feels about his place in the league at this current moment.
Pull that up on the screen.
Well, I'll pull this up. You know, Mike P obviously will be on blackout after this. You know what I'm saying? That blackout's a few weeks away from now. Mike P's doing his own thing. What do you think is next for Mike P now?
Oh man, he's gonna be traveling all around the country now, man. He's on blackout now. I mean, traveling in and out the country. He's on blackout next. And I could only imagine he's just got his calendar open and just like bookings, 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 all bookings being accepted right now. And after this, showing, he definitely had a good showing. His first, real showing away from, I don't want to say real showing because he's battle on iBattle. That's a real league. But, since he decided, hey, listen, I am definitively going my own route right now in the way that he chooses to word it, that's a great way to start. That's a way to show everyone, yo, you're about business. You went into hostile territory. You stood face to face. You had, people there trying to, impose their presence on you and all that stuff. You stood tall. You didn't look like anything was phasing you or affecting you. You delivered potent rounds. So that's a good sign to everyone. And we're just looking for great things to come. So I'm just looking forward to him going all around the country, touching all leagues and seeing what's up. Let's see what's up.
Here I found a quote here. So Mike P says here, Uncle Ra asked him on 15 Minutes of Fame, have you left URL? Mike P's response is no. I haven't left. I said that I'm doing my own thing. I'm gonna show you that you don't have to be in the number one league in the world for it to be your number one priority. They haven't been doing what they should be doing with me, and I don't have time for it. I've been going back and forth with P for a year and a half, and I've told him all this about how I felt verbatim. If I'm not happy, then I'm gonna go do my thing. I do got a front end for the Jack Boy battle because you paid me for the Jack Boy battle. And if you want to reschedule that, let's do it. But if not, see you later. I've never signed a contract and I've always been battle to battle. So what I think is next for Mike is I'm not sure if they revisit that Jack Boy battle or not, but if he continues to just go about his own venture, I think it's time to like say, hey, I battle what you got. You know what I'm saying? The Riot. Geechi, I know you take shots at me all the time, but let's get some work in, because if the Riot does their next event out in the West, because they've done all the events in Atlanta, and
Right.
after that the last event, they said, all right, the next one's gonna be in the West. We're bringing it back home. What if you book somebody like Pass and be like, yo, Pass, make your Riot debut and battle Mike P?
Right. Why? It's a good battle. I ain't mad at that.
Feel me? So I think there's a couple good options out there for him if he decides to explore what the ride has to offer, maybe what bullpen has to offer. I know people want to allude to the idea of could we see Mike on RB? I know him and ARP have their back and forth, and they've kind of squashed it now. I still don't necessarily see him ever going to that platform. I see him being more of like a free range, like like league kind of guy, King of the Dot here, the trenches, the ride, the leagues that are owned by the battlers too. You know, yeah, like the leagues that are owned by the battlers, because like Eazy owns the trenches, John owns bullpen, Geechi co-owner of the ride. Like those are the leagues I can see him being active on. You know
I gotta ask you though. So on URL, he wants to be on the big cards, and you know the
he wants to be on the big
lights,
cards, and he wants 5 figures. That's what he said.
Right. Now, if you're him, you're giving yourself a window to do this on all other leagues. You're not expecting, soon as I step out now, you know, now, like you said, okay, if he and RBE's situation is whatever, not a situation now, but we're just coexisting separately, like there's not really a chance right now, but who knows in the future. I mean, where does he go to reach those stages and those lights to be that guy and to get paid that well? Like, is not that he has to go make his bones at what, Chrome? Like, you know what I mean? Do you understand my question? Like,
no, I get
where
what you're
does he
saying. I get
go
what
to
you're saying.
be
I get
that
what you're saying. Like
guy?
if what he wanted from URL was, all right, like let's get this out the way, right? We don't know the
Right. And before you
finances.
continue, I'm not saying stay where you're not happy. I
Right,
get
right,
that.
right.
You know, like the journey is the journey, and maybe that's the blessing within itself. I don't know. But if you want to be that guy under those lights and get paid that much, that's gonna, like, where do you go to do that?
All right, so
How do you go about that?
here are 2 things, right? We don't cut no checks. We don't see nobody's contracts. We don't really even talk about money much in this podcast because obviously we talk to people about it behind the scenes, but never
Well,
publicly.
you do.
What we do know that has been said publicly by majority of the rappers that have been on URL
Right.
and battle multiple platforms is that they pay the most. So
Right.
if finances is the one thing you're looking for, I'm not 100% sure that you will receive the same compensation that you're necessarily not getting on URL. But if you want to wipe your hands with the money and just say, I want the proper looks and I want to be properly utilized or in situations that make sense, that makes sense. I hear that because, like he was saying in that same interview, that the last thing URL offered him was finals exam. And he was like, I don't want to be on finals exam. It doesn't benefit me. It benefits the rookie coming up. And it's not even a live stream card. Like, it doesn't benefit me right now. So the finances, you know, put that to the side. But if you want the proper looks and opportunities, I guess you're going to want to spread your wings to all these cards that do live stream events that, you know, have the eyeballs and the media's attention. Like the Riot card had a lot of attention on it, even though it was a really jam-packed weekend and we were exhausted from max up, but it still had eyeballs on it. The trenches had eyeballs on it. Chroma have eyeballs on it. Whenever Bullpen does a live stream, it has eyeballs on it. You know what I'm saying? Those kind of leagues that are pretty much like creating this parity that we've seen again in battle rap over the last year, 2023. If you want to attach yourself to as many different parts of that moving while finding very good opponents, because he still has an array of opportunities and opponents to battle. Plus, King of the Dot is fairly active again, so maybe you'll see him there more often. He's going to be a second time on King of the Dot this year. I have no clue what GTX plans is in the future, but you know, if they back around, it's another league owned by a battler. He has a good relationship with Disaster. You'll probably see him there too. So as far as the bright lights, I think he can still see bright lights. I think he can still be on important and impactful cards, whether he is or not on URL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I will say this, even after being on this card, I feel like there's more talk about him right now than in battles past. But you know, he's also surrounding this scenario where, to the naked eye, it looks like he's left URL and he's never coming back. And
Well, I
Mike
mean,
is, you know what I mean? So it's like there's this
that's a strong brand.
controversy. So you know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's this controversy surrounding him right now. But once that well, it depends on how he carries it. If he decides, yo, I'm gonna go on this A-verb like run, but he's not talking crazy about them. He's not saying anything bad. So there's not this animosity that you can continue to build this story or narrative or drive it home, or make this entertainment in people's minds to carry this. So now it's like, yo, you got to just go everywhere and just smoke everybody, and pretty much let your rap and talk for
but
it.
again,
At that point.
like the branding of like I'm leaving URL like that's there, right? I don't feel like he's overly doing it though. I feel
Right.
like I don't feel like I feel like he's trying to detach himself from it. He wants to remind everybody how good and talented he is. You know what I'm saying? But ultimately, at the end of the day, I think you'll get that eyeballs away from it if you're on cards that have our attention. When I say our attention, I mean cards that are live stream. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of the leagues that do VODs. It's just very difficult in this landscape of battle rap and battle rap media for us to pay attention to events that are not streamed. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll probably talk about it. We'll cover it. The right people will probably pay attention to cover it, but maybe. And then even then, you're not getting you're not even getting the full fanfare. But if he's on cards that are streamed and have our undivided attention on a Saturday afternoon, his stock can continue to rise, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man. Anybody's stock that's just being showcased on live streams more than not. And to be fair, like, it was kind of crazy, right? I've always talked about this. Mm-hmm. The year he battled Sick on URL 2 years ago, he made an event against Sick. Then he was on Gnome against Castro. That's it. He was only on Caffeine 2 times that year. Remember Murder from UM4? Murder was on Caffeine more times than Mike P that year. Let's let that resonate for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the opportunities, and unfortunately, we're just in an era of just like we want everything streamed. It's not our fault. In the last 3 years, we've had over 90 plus events for free streamed.
Crazy. Oh man,
we just went through a gauntlet this summer of 6 events in 5 weeks, and they were all pay-per-viewed.
Don't make France. You're making me sad again.
How?
We went through this earlier in the show, man.
My bad, man.
I'm thinking about all this money.
I'm not thinking about the money. I'm just thinking about the exposure and the opportunity.
We all we all think about the money. 6 events in 5 weeks, man. Come on.
We're talking about Mike. We ain't talking about us right now. We're talking about Mike. We're talking about Mike. Main stage Mike.
Battle rap don't wear thongs and cook for you. Like, there's a lot of money to be spending. It's getting ridiculous now, man. $75 pay-per-views and all that. A.Ward was right. Us media people should be charging for coverage. Or if we're not charging, if we don't receive a cash app, maybe we get to your events and battles. Maybe we don't. We talk about what we want for free. We want us to focus on A.Ward does have a point, man, but we'll save that for another show. But
for the record, by the way, I don't know if I said it. I had Mike P winning the battle.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess you have New York with the edge. I got Philly with the edge.
No, I still have Philly. I still have Philly because I had Philly 3-1, so now I have Philly 3-2.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Now you have Philly.
3-2. Okay, so we both have Philly 3-2.
Listen, like I said, the Twitter polls and all that can say New York won, but objectively, I'm gonna give Philly.
I wish there was a real, record being kept of this.
Well, Mike P still has some future endeavors, but so does Rosenberg. And now we can get to the second part of this pod. You know what I'm saying? And we can do what we want to do.
Wait, France, before we get to part 2, please, if you're at this point, please hit the subscribe button. I want to thank everyone, France. We are now over the 2,000 subscriber mark on YouTube. Last week, I was, hey guys, can you please get us to 2,000? They said, we'll raise you one, Vlad. 2.01K. So we're grateful for everybody. I know it might be minuscule numbers to some, but we appreciate each and every one of y'all. So please hit the subscribe button, comment, hit the likes, get us in the algorithms even more. Because right now we're in the algorithm of the comedy podcasts and all that stuff and very little battle rap. So I ain't mad, but let's get cracking, y'all, man. Thank y'all. Keep on subscribing. Let's go.
All right. I do what I want coming up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the last event to close out the gauntlet.
Thank goodness, man.
And
there's nothing after this. Until when?
Until Blackout, which is 2 weeks away. You get a little break.
Oh, you got a 2-week break?
You get a 2-week break.
Some bloggers going to wild out in these 2 weeks, man.
I mean, we're going to need a 2-week break after Eazy and Geechi battle. All this stuff.
Some bloggers going to
here's the thing, right? the common denominator after every Eazy battle is like a week or two of just like somebody crashing out on the internet. You know, it might be him. It can be his opponent, the people in media support him or don't like him. Somebody gonna crash out after an Eazy battle.
Oh, yeah, I remember good. I ordered these cologne. It came in my crib. It looked like this. It looked like nail polish. I sprayed it. It smelled like shit. I'm going to battle conferences. I'm asking everybody, you want to smell this?
Hitman going on Joe Budden. You know what I'm saying? Mentioning us. We got mentioned on Joe Budden podcast.
Hey, man. You ain't got friends, but let's talk about it. Right? Yeah, me with it. He did. Really?
Oh shit!
He told you that? You actually heard his voice say that?
He had me. But it's funny. Eazy goes, yeah, but he had you losing the first 2 rounds. He had you losing the first 2.
Oh no, he said, yeah, I mean, with the third, the first one, you know, kind of scares me.
That's exactly what happened.
No, I'm getting better with the Hitman. I'm getting better. I've been working on a Hitman impersonation a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Big Joe you sound just like this dude. But anywho, man, let's move on.
I got a lot of thoughts I got a lot of thoughts on this Chrome 23 card, but before I get into my thoughts, I need a quick intermission.
Oh Lord, what's this guy doing here? What's going on here? He's got the mic muted. Oh. I don't know what France got going on, man. I can't wait to see, just like y'all can't see. Oh my gosh, man. Well, if it isn't Mr. Compromised himself, man. Now, France isn't part of the Varsity Jacket boys.
No, I don't have a varsity.
No, he doesn't have a varsity leather with his own customized logo on it, man. Shout out to the varsity leather gang.
I did get the nice hat. I got some more gifts. I got a ski mask. I got a godmother.
Oh, salute to you, man. I ain't got nothing over here. So your boy over here was gonna let you know how he really feels. France, I don't know. He's got the pink foam now. Yeah. You know, man, he painted his toenails pink and all that. So he's take it easy. Oh,
yeah, now take it easy.
I thought it was no kink shaming, Now
just take it easy now. Just take it easy. It's all. Salute to Remy for her six event,
sir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, her 6 events so far on Chrome, excluding the tournaments. If you add the tournaments, it's about 9 in total. So the league is running and gunning, man. You know, they're about 5-6 months away from being 2 years old. Like, I can't believe it.
They're a force, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know, ever since Remy's came into this game, man, she brought another level of Hollywood to it. You know, brought another level of excitement, of promotion, and I mean, I've never seen
presentation,
and I've never seen battle rap being covered on some of these outlets like they've been getting covered lately because of Remy. Take that with a grain of salt. But nonetheless, we are here. Chrome 23. I do what I want.
Do what I want.
Where would you like to begin, sir?
Well, before we start I want to start with the main event, and big shout outs to her for having a 4 battle card. League owners, keep it a buck, man. We want 4 or 5 battles in the event, man. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get in and get out sometimes. No disrespect, you know what I'm saying, to the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 battle cards, but 4 or 5 battles, I feel like you get every single performer the inadequate amount of energy they deserve from the crowd, while also giving us something digestible and also having an event to, you know what I'm saying? So
now 5, I'm not mad. 4, because if you got 2 battles, whew,
5 is
am I really happy with half a good night? You know,
no, you're right. 5 is perfect. 4 is a little like I need 4 bangers, but 5 is the perfect number.
Yeah.
But the point is, after what we just went through the last 5 weeks, Vlad, I ain't mad at a 4 battle card, brother.
Let's get 4 hot battles and let's get out of here. Like 4.
I think that was smart. That was smart. She's like, damn, I'm gonna be after RBE.
She's like, damn, how can I keep this budget manageable? I know. 2 less battles. Let's go. Let's go.
She did say there was a 5th battle that I don't think it was able to get booked in time, so they didn't announce it. But we got these 4 battles, and before we get to the card, You know, Geechi and Eazy on paper is supposed to be a mega match, but it doesn't have mega match feel. It
Brother,
doesn't
you're
have the
not you are not lying because over the past 6 weeks, we've seen what mega match promotion is all about with A.Ward relentlessly promoting, getting at A.Ward, anyone supporting A.Ward. Now, I'm not saying that these guys need to do this level of promotion of, but man, it's kind of like quiet out here. I mean, they tweet at each other from time to time. It's
yeah,
cute,
like look, nobody asks you
but
to no one asks you to be on Twitter Space every
jeez,
day, and nobody's asking you to make skits every other week like Ace and Nitty. But if we had to rank the promotion from GTX to now from all these events, like I don't think Eazy and Geechi's in the top 3 of
it
promoted
feels
event.
like just. I mean, it feels like just another battle
It kind
right
of
now.
does. It kind of does.
Now, will I feel this way Saturday afternoon as we're leading up to this? I'll be more hyped, but as of right now, it's Tuesday morning, 12:57 a.m. I'm kind of like, all right, the battle's gonna happen on Saturday. I'm gonna watch it. I hope it's fire. I'm not amped right now though. Like I'm not hyped up for this. I know where these guys could take it to. I know what the potential this battle has, but and France, I have to ask, are we feeling this way because of what we just saw with Geechi and Coffee? Also, like, is that playing? And I'm just speaking to you as a homie. Does this play a part in your mind when you're
Definitely.
thinking about this battle right now? Like, did it take some, it took some of the excitement off for you?
I say definitely because like think about when A.Ward battled Frack 3 weeks before Verb, right?
Yeah.
Like 3 weeks is I think is a very great window between battle to battle. 3 weeks and 2 weeks are two different monsters. The battle rappers have always said that. And plus, Verb used the Frack battle to adjacently promote the A.Ward battle. You know what I'm saying? So like while Geechi and Coffee didn't live up to the expectations, there's no one using it to fuel their promotion for the Eazy and Geechi battle. So like it kind of like it sucked some of the air out. It didn't get me excited. You know what I'm saying? It actually has me a little bit more concerned now. Um, you know what I'm saying? So like there's just a few things that are going on with it that I'm just kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Easy obviously had an event to run, so they Geechi, so they didn't have a chance to really go on a crazy promo run. I don't know. It's just a lot of little. And this they didn't have a face off prior.
France, everyone knows it's almost 1 a.m. right now. So this ain't the morning show. I saw
It's the
Remy's
morning
in it.
show, but this ain't the
I mean,
morning.
it's like, oh man, yeah, yeah, 1 a.m. Right. So, listen, I saw Remy on 15 Minutes of Fame.
Yeah.
Yo, she looked like Uncle Rod caught her trying to sneak up out the house, and she was like, she looked like a deer caught her. Like those responses to the questions, just the tone of the interview, her posture, her disposition, like everything was on the up and up. Everything that was said was being said correctly. This is just me, Vlad. Analyst had us off. I'm just regular
Being the
viewer.
body language doctor, body language doctor.
Body language doctor on Twitter. I'm being a regular. I'm looking at her eyes. She is reading Uncle Ra like, you mother effer. You better not ask me a motherfucking question right now. Just ask me about the battles, the venue, the
She did at
times,
one point. She
and
was like,
that's it.
Let's get to the card." She did say that at one point of that
And I
interview.
did see a jump cut edit in the video, Uncle Raw.
I did see that jump cut too.
So all I'm gonna say, I don't know why the cut was made. I'm not gonna make any assumptions, but I did see a cut. But anywho, let's get to this card player.
Yeah, I hope there's face offs on Friday. The way there was a face off for Eazy. I mean, the face offs for all these events prior have always been the day prior to the day of because she really wants to focus the day of to have them prepared and not have to worry about the face offs, I guess, the day prior. we didn't get that with Eazy and Geechi. So I feel like, damn, like there's a whole conversation I want to hear them have. Hopefully we get that Friday though.
I hope so. So, we're not gonna go too crazy right now because we don't know if we're getting that on Friday or not. But that definitely did lead up to the hype with Hitman and Eazy because it became
40 and Yoshi too.
Because it became a whole media thing. Media's out, everyone's covering, everyone's talking about it. Everyone gets to see everyone expressing themselves. And this is before the battle. So you're still hyped. You're still all right, you're in battle mode. You're getting ready for the battle, but we're gonna hold hope. Hopefully they do have it on Friday. So I ain't gonna totally take a crap on it. But if they don't have face-offs for this battle,
I'll be really shocked.
What are we doing? And then it was in Houston, but then it was the trailer says it's in Philly because I do what I want, but now it's in Camden. And then it's just like, what's happening here? Like, why does it keep on traveling? Like, why is the venue on tour? So
the venue's on tour is a great one.
So it just kind of makes the whole battle like, I don't know. I don't like this for Geechi. That's what I will say. But we're gonna save that for that battle. Let's start at the top, at the first.
Well,
battle,
no, that needs to be highlighted though, because obviously Eazy had alluded to it being in Houston. It kind of got out, so they had to move it. But very, very candid in A.Ward's interview with PSA Reloaded, man. You know what I'm saying? Letterman.
Yeah, Letterman is getting better. I like that joint.
He went on 3 Letterman's show and said, end quote, my Charlie Clips battle was originally supposed to be on August 5th. Which is a very key thing to note, because it's like, all right, us in media, we hear the rumblings. So like the rumblings was supposed to be in New York, and I can see that every Chrome event had been in New York up until that date. Right. I feel like they were really dominating New York again. So like, yeah, I thought we were going to go back to Sony Hall August 5th,
especially with those 2 names on the top of the card.
You feel me? And so I'm envisioning Eazy and Geechi being a big stage battle. Right. You know what I'm saying? Once I hear it's in Philly, so I'm like, all right, maybe TLO, TLA, right?
TLA, yeah. Maybe TLO is where Philly does it. I mean, it's where Eazy does it.
Yeah, so I'm thinking TLA maybe, like on some Geechi and Tay-Rock ish. Right. Nah, we're going to Camden, New Jersey, and we're going to Dubai nightclub. And I've seen pictures of Dubai nightclub. No, it's actually a lot. It's actually
we're getting money.
Money. It's actually a lot of Latino performances in there. Like
what? Oh man.
But then this is the picture of the venue, bro. Look at this. This is like almost, it's like a very small, it's like a small stage, really. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of chairs being moved around. Like, I couldn't even find the capacity of the venue on the internet. Like, and I'm just looking at videos, their Instagram, the page, the website. I'm like, this place can't hold more than 400 people. So now I'm like, what happened to this big stage battle?
You would have to ask Remy if she had if she had a press conference like she had in the past, but there is none this time.
Not to mention that there's a few people on this card that have been booked as of recently. Geechi battled 13 days ago, War battle 14 days ago, Rosenberg battled 7 days ago. So C3 battled 3 weeks ago.
It was 1 rounder, right?
Fair enough. I'm just yeah, she'll be fine. She'll be fine. The point is, the other 3 though, busy schedule.
That always makes me somewhat nervous. So you can understand my trepidation for this event, man. But nonetheless, if they deliver, all of this stuff that we're saying right now means nothing. Absolutely nothing, and Remy will be able to say, I don't know why y'all doubted me. Y'all stupid idiots. Are you dumb? France, you ain't even come to the event. Are you stupid? Next time you see me, don't act like you know me, that y'all. You know,
Yeah. I definitely didn't recognize her for a minute. But hey, she changes outfits every battle. You know what I'm saying? So when I see her one battle, after the next
relax,
battle,
friends,
no,
relax. I
no,
know.
she does. Like so, I see her wearing something yellow. I'm like, all right, cool. Then like half an hour, she be wearing something blue. I'm like, wait, where'd the big yellow outfit go? Like
The big yellow outfit. Good save, man. Good save, man. Good
so.
save, man.
Nah, but you know, Remy always shows love.
Yeah, nah. All jokes aside, man, she always shows you love, so that's good.
Yeah, no, for sure. We keep it trill, man. We do good work. They've had us judge in the past. I was very honored to be a part of that
You
historical
are in
moment.
the trailer. You are in
I'm
one of their biggest clips of all time.
yes, I am.
You're the best in the world, ninja.
So I gotta be there again for the client. Unfortunately, I don't know where to stand because unlike Vixen, Charlie Clips will freestyle if I make any sudden movements.
Oh Lord.
So I can't be a detriment to my guy.
Yo, just stand there and say nothing, son. Like, don't you know when you get if Ward goes second after Clips is third, then you could if
Then I
Ward
got
has a
talk crazy.
haymaker, go crazy. Until then, say
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah.
Because if he has a haymaker against you and it edges him that round, oh man, you cannot devalue Ward's performance, kid.
No,
Say
I can't.
nothing. If Ward goes second, wait till the third to go crazy. Other than that, chill, B. Don't be all Tony Broad up there, man. Like, salute to
Hey,
Tony
listen.
Bro, man. He's going
You know,
ham up there. He's giving
hey,
Tay
listen,
Rock a run for his money, son.
you know, I know how to behave.
Tight
That Vixen
shirts and
moment,
all that, man. You better
I know
chill.
how to behave. I know how to behave, man. That Vixen moment was was in rare form.
It
That
was
was rare form.
amazing. It was amazing, man.
All
I
right,
didn't know you had that in you. Pause, man.
all right.
This
So,
guy came out of nowhere, ran through like 50 people. Also, it was a crowd split. I thought Trick was coming to the stage. Just, the hell's going on here? Who is this guy bum rushing the stage? It's France. You're the best in the world. Couldn't believe it, man. Like, is that France on the pay-per-view? Tripping. It was France. Oh, here we go.
Talking about they forget. Go, nigga!
yeah, shout out to Ward.
Call him the N-word 3 times. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Refrain from any moments until the third round, bro.
I will. I promise.
Don't become a Charlie Clips victim, man.
All right. Let's get to these predictions though.
Let's go.
Hopefully the event
We're gonna clip that one up.
hopefully hopefully the event leads to all success and dope battles at the end of the day.
Yes,
And honestly,
absolutely.
when you look at the undercard, it's all favored in this environment. You know what I'm saying?
Well, A, we don't know how this is set up. Are they going to be on the stage? We don't know. Are they going to do the pit style? We don't know because it makes a big difference. If you're writing for a stage, now you're on a pit, maybe you got to alter your material a little bit. I mean, these guys are all professionals and these women are all professionals. But you got to know what kind of scenario you're walking into. I get it. It's hip hop. We're all from the hood, so we adjust to any scenario we go to. But come on, we want to know. So in my brain, I'm expecting big stage. These guys on the stage going crazy, making people, 1,200, 1,500 people go crazy. But now we're in a little Latin club in Camden. I don't know if we're going to get a pit. I don't know if they're going to squeeze their way on stage between the bongos. Like, I don't know what's happening. So I don't know what to expect, man. I don't know if we're on a stage or a pit.
Yeah, that's gonna really alter my predictions. But I'm gonna assume from the pictures I seen in Dubai, they're gonna be on that small platform. I'm gonna assume it just from the way that it's shaped, where it's like that stage. It's like that center where all the tables are. They're gonna probably move that. There's like a section to the left where there's like little VIP you can sit down, and then there's the platform. So they're not going to waste it, because then if they don't even use it, then that's space that they're not using for the venue.
Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
That's the
we'll see.
only thing, because for me in my brain, if I'm thinking stage, I might go with a different person. If I'm thinking pit, I might go with a different pick. But I guess we'll just go based on talent and who we think just has a better chance overall, and no matter what scenario. So let's rock.
Let's make these quick takes. So the main event, Eazy and Geechi.
Oh, he's like, we ain't even starting off. Let's go straight to.
Let's get straight to this. Let's get straight to
All
it.
right, listen, man. Geechi has me nervous. I'm not gonna lie to you. He has me nervous. I don't get it. He goes to battles Feeble, and acts like he's battling Jay-Z and goes crazy. But then you're battling Coffee, and it's like, what's happening here? And this is a week ago. I know that you can turn up for Eazy, but can you turn up for 3 rounds versus this guy? Everything is laid out for Eazy. Like, he's right across the bridge. He ain't got to go far. Everything he has is set up. This is his league. It's his home. All his homies are there. Can you do this for 3 rounds? Because I believe he can. Like, nothing has showed me that. I mean, there's rounds that I prefer over others, and yes, there's rounds that I have him losing, obviously, but nonetheless, he's always prepared. So Eazy being prepared on a normal level, I somehow trust that more than Geechi's level of preparedness and hunger right now. Like, just the way that things are lining up right now, even with all the angles and all that stuff, I don't know if I have the trust for him to go 3 rounds and win this battle. You know what I mean? So I'm going with Eazy 2-1, man. I'm going with Eazy 2. And here's the thing. Eazy has to not lose clearly to keep the streak going. I have more faith in that than Geechi clearly beating him. I'm sorry.
I wish the crowd was a factor, the big stage, because there's a world where Eazy creates a fucking avalanche for Geechi in front of a big Philly crowd, but there's also a world where Geechi gets into his Tay-Rock first round bag and just something undeniable on that stage. And now that that's stripped away and we're in a smaller environment, I feel like it's much more of a controlled setting that I think it's gonna favor Eazy in the situation. I feel like Eazy's gonna get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it's weird, because for a long time I've always said if they battle, I would have Eazy winning, because they've been on the same URL card 5 times, and all 5 times on the app, Eazy outperformed them by all the metrics. But let's throw that out the window now, because it doesn't matter anymore, right? But that was always an indication to me that Eazy's outperforming Geechi every time they shared the stage. Eazy came second place to Geechi beating Loaded Lux. If Geechi doesn't beat Lux, we're probably talking about Eazy having a champion of the year. And so, like, I've always, everything is in the realm of the projections I've always figured. I figured Eazy would be a Cody contender for continuous years. I figured they would eventually battle Geechi, and I thought he would beat Geechi clearly. But then something happened in June of this month, of this year, I should say.
Of this year.
Did you say?
Stay off.
I haven't even touched it yet. So something happened in June of this year that really probably was the massive domino effect to the summer being different. You know what I'm saying? And that angle, Geechi would have been the perfect person to be the first person to deliver that angle. You feel me? Now that Disaster kind of delivered it and kind of butchered it and kind of crashed out for 3 weeks afterwards, like, did he take some sting off of it? Can Geechi still use it as effectively? I don't know.
No,
and then I just see it.
He definitely can.
I hope so.
Because listen, where he's gonna be at, people want to hear it the way that he can deliver it. You feel me? So he definitely still can, because let's keep it real. There are different worlds in battle rap. Battle rap has different worlds that are functioning. Some people don't even know what's going on in Diz's world, so they don't even care if he talked about that. They want to hear it from the people in this world. So he still has a chance to do what he needs to do, but it's just after that round, then what? You know?
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I always thought Eazy would be Geechi. Once I found out they were booked and they were supposed to battle in August 5th, I was like, "There's no way Eazy could be Geechi if Geechi's gonna be the first person with this." Now that some
Right.
time, has passed, the coffee battle just happened, disaster flailing out, the venue changing, the city changing, the everything changing. I'm just kind of like, too much has happened, man. I think Easy's got this 2-1, man. You know what I'm saying? I think just too much is he does what he wants. She do what she everybody do what they want here. Everybody do what they want here. And what the boy wants to do is not lose. You know what I'm saying?
The boy, yeah, man. The bowl is set up for him not to lose. If he loses, that means Geechi really earned that joint. That means if he wins clearly, that means he went above and beyond. I'm sorry, Geech. I just don't trust it right now, man. Sorry, big dog. I just don't.
He could have. There's a world. Maybe he tanked the coffee battle so that we could all like pivot a little bit. You know?
I mean, listen. That's why you battle, right? Well, my man Hurt Edwards said, "You play to win the game." Hello, right as my computer freezes because we've been on for almost 2 hours. France, please take control. I will be right back.
All right, man. So, listen, I got Eazy 2-1. And I know I sound like damn, France, you don't sound excited about it. It's weird. I always thought Eazy would be Geechi, but now that this angle came up about, Pat Poose and URL, like there's so much more dialogue for Geechi and Eazy to have a conversation about that I just felt like, oh, this is great, like just material for Geechi to just have a field day or just like really create a powerful angle or reach the levels of his Tay-Rock first round. And I feel like, time has passed, the setting has changed. Somebody's gotten a chance to get to it first. He could get to it better. So sometimes being first isn't what's most important. It's about who could deliver it better. And who cares about you being the second person to use an angle? We hear angles all the time being reused for years and years and years. But all things accounted for, man. You know what I'm saying? I guess I'm judging this battle a lot off of the intangibles as opposed to their skill sets. But if I'm just going off their skill sets, still at the end of the day, I still feel like Eazy obviously has been consistently outperforming Geechi. He is a Cody frontrunner as well, alongside Big K, any other name you want to throw in this. You got to keep his name in there. He's been performing at this level for now 3 years. For the last 2 years, he finished top 3 both years. He can be number 1 this year. You know what I'm saying? So, welcome back, Vlad. Look, I just told the people. Long story short, maybe I'm judging this battle too much off of the details surrounding it as opposed to their skill set. But at the end of the day, this is everything that I was projecting Eazy to become. He's been top 3 for the last 2 years. He could arguably number 1 still this year. I know people have Big K in the front. You could have Eazy in the front too, alongside other names. So. This is just who he's been. He's been at an MVP level for a couple years now, and I don't think it's slowing down. Not at this opportunity.
He's not. Yeah, man. Everything is written for him not to lose clearly, and I think after a while, yes, you do want to perform well. You do want to leave lasting memories and bars and all that stuff. But I think right now it's also important too to not to lose clearly, and that's what I'm focused on right now. Is that I don't think that he's going to lose clearly in this battle. So. That's the victory for Eazy. But come on, Geechi. I want to see this dog fight, man.
All right. Charlie Clips versus A.Ward Part 2, the rematch, even though the first battle was a 1-rounder.
I think A.Ward's just going to keep going with the flow. I think he's just going to, he's going to do his thing. I think he's going to win. Clips be playing around. Clips be freestyling all 3 rounds at times here and there. But A.Ward, I think he's just gonna come for the win. They already battled each other. They already tested the waters. I think it's gonna be easier for A.Ward to, focus up and say, okay, I'm gonna find clever ways to go at Clips all over again compared to Clips trying to figure out a way to muster up all the creativity to go against A.Ward all over again. Simple as that. Like no real deep analysis, really, but it's just how I see it.
Yeah. It's intriguing because it's not often where you get these 1-round battles that materialize into 3-rounders. And sometimes when that happens, I think the person that might have lost a 1-rounder gets the upper hand in the 3-round battle. So I had Clips losing that first time they battled, clearly, and now they're doing 3 full rounds. He just came off of like an exhausting grudge match with A.Ward. So either he is invigorated to like stay in this bag he's in.
He got to keep it going.
You know what I'm saying? Or he could be, and I'm not saying that he could be fatigued now, but he still has 3 more battles after this, right? So
I mean, he did. I mean, y'all booked it. Right? Yeah. What should I do? Take 4 more battles after your biggest battle ever. Why don't you just keep flooding the market? Hey, don't take any time off.
I advise against some of these decisions, but he's a grown man, you know. But
is he battling some dude we've actually never heard of coming up soon once again?
No. I was about to say,
done. Is he done with that? Oh, don't say we got.
Yeah, I almost said a blackout opponent. Let me, you know what I'm saying? But he's got a blackout battle. And he's got Holmesy a week after blackout. And I see, let me say this, right? I ain't worried about his blackout op. You know what I'm saying? I ain't concerned. All right. It's a good battle. Great name. One of the ones. In fact, it's a battle that we have promoted on LTBR in the past. You guys will see. I will post the old clips when it happens. Okay. But the battle after that, Holmesy. No, it's dangerous waters. Let's stay back to clips. Let's focus on clips. One game at a time. This is one of the most grueling 6. This is one of the most grueling 6 weeks gauntlets I've seen. This is like an Ultimate Madness schedule for A.Ward, honestly. I'm rolling with him to beat Clips just because I feel like the contrasting opposite from the tension of the Verb battle to how relaxed and therapeutic it could be to battle Clips, where it's like jokes, rebuttals, freestyles, haymakers. Let's just encompass all of our best attributes and make a fun battle for the people. Because we're not the biggest, like we don't have the tension. People here to see Eazy and Geechi. So let's just put on a good show. You know what I'm saying? But he did say, I'm coming to be the best performer of the night again. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking at the chrome crowd.
Yeah. I think he's got Clips numbered figured out. Clips, although he has his moments of terrorism, he also has his moments of brilliance. You know what I'm saying? I'm just curious. Does he give Chrome 23 the vintage Clips that we love, or does Remy get a taste of what it's like to get Clips when he's on his terroristic adventures?
I mean, this is his first time on the platform, so you might get first time Clips.
Yeah, you might get first impression Clips.
I like that one. It sounds a lot better than check chasing Clips. You know what I'm saying? I like the way you put that. But you might get first impression Clips, man, because when he makes his debut, he likes to be remembered in a positive way. So,
and I know this much too. Like they're both such competitive freestylers that whoever's the first one to get their rebuttal game going, the other person's like, "Oh, what?"
Dudes might end up going 4 for 4 out the blue.
Roll up these sleeves. What you said? My rebuttal game crazy. My rebuttal game crazier. My rebuttal game's the craziest. Like it's just.
Oh,
but
then I could.
But Remy said in her interview with 15 Minutes of Fame, she's like,
"Oh yeah,
just because they can. I mean, I'm encouraging all that. I still want written material. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's a sign there.
Telling the rappers what you want.
Telling them, hey, listen, I know y'all both.
Y'all do what I want. That's what she said. That's the name of this card. Y'all do what I want. I don't want all that off the head. I just thought about this 30 seconds ago.
Yeah.
All right, Remy.
Yeah,
these rappers what to write now, what to do. I don't like that.
Ward's pen is gonna just travel further, in my opinion, than Clips as well. I think he probably hasn't mapped out from that first round they did a few years back. So I'm going with the client, man. I'm going with the client. You know what I'm saying? But
Remy's hilarious. She's like, Charlie, your ass better not come here freestyling the whole third.
I heard about you.
They warned me.
They warned me is great.
I'm gonna send you to the upper room. You keep playing. Clips ain't gonna play.
All right. Who you got? You got Ward as well.
Yeah, I don't trust Clips.
All right, we agreeing right now. This is dangerous territory. So
France is 1:26 a.m. on a Tuesday, man. Like, well, we ain't got that much, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is, but we being honest, this is how it is. The Clips, I just don't trust them. Ward, you got to keep this momentum going, if not for nothing. France, you got to tell him this, yo. He can't go on this roller coaster of, well, I lost to Frack. I beat A.Ward. I lost to Clips. I beat whoever at Blackout. I lose to Holmesy. Hey, that's not good. You know what I mean? So he's got to keep this going. And on top of that, Clips is from the A-Verb era. So back-to-back great showing against those two. Gotta do whatever on other leagues. You know what I'm saying? But show up, man. Don't slack now. You got a good thing going on.
Hey, if we're being honest, if we're being totally transparent, I know I'm like had like my manager hat on, but he didn't slack against Frack neither. Frack was just incredible and had his number. Like
I'm not saying slack.
He gives effort. Like effort's never an issue with Ward. You know what I'm saying?
Right. No. Here's what I'm saying. I'm saying how it gets perceived. This is how it gets perceived. If you're watching the battles, you realize, no, he's putting in effort. If he gets bested by Big K, that's what happened. If he got bested by Frack, that's what happened. But when it gets presented, and I know A.Ward doesn't care because he has a realistic view of what's actually happening versus how things or how narratives are getting spun in the media to the public. Because in the media and in the public, it looks like he does great one battle, he gets his ass whipped another battle. Does great one battle, gets his ass, at least that's what. At least it's not the case objectively if you're looking at what he's actually doing in writing. But you know, much with how things go in media, it's not about what's actually happening. It's about how you can make people believe it's happening. So, you know, keep the momentum going. You're doing fire now.
By keeping the momentum going like this, everybody's like, yo, he's on a run. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Close out the year good.
Close out the year strong. All right.
And take Rosenberg, 5 more battles in December while you're at it.
Frozy versus Shayna Ashley. Let me tell you something, Frozy. This is another tough customer.
Right? Oh, tough customer.
He even said Shayna Ashley is a harder opponent than Mike P. And if that's the case, brother, you a little wounded up after that Mike P. You know what I'm saying? Like, he said
that's your opinion. That's your opinion.
No, they went to war. I'm not saying he lost clear. I'm just saying they went to war.
Okay, all right. Okay, got you. Okay,
like,
all right. Just making sure. Okay.
You a little bruised up after that. You know what I'm saying?
That was a fight. That was definitely a fight. Yep.
He said he's dropping blogs every day this week. Are you locked in?
He said he is.
He
said since he's become this media darling, you know, that he feels like that there's no room for error with him. Like he cannot go into any battle and just get washed, outshined. He has to be the best Rosenberg every single time, you know, especially with this being a lady. Like, go out there and look crazy. So if this was any other time, perhaps we get lesser of a Rosenberg, but you know what I saw versus Mike P definitely made me feel like even though it is 1 week time that, you know what, I don't think Rosenberg's going to come to play really. Now, I don't know him to be a high volume guy where he's battling week after week like that. Maybe he's done it in the past, but
yes.
You know, but what I mean is like he's not known to be like a road warrior like a Ward or a Danny and stuff like that. Like, you know, he spaces his battles out. So this back-to-back weeks, you know, a little concerning because Shayna Ashley's had some time to really just sit down and focus on Rosenberg. So I'm a little nervous about that, but he definitely had a fire showing versus Mike P. So, you know, now I'm more excited for this battle. Before I didn't know what to expect. And I was actually leaning more towards Shayna in this battle because, you know, Rosenberg has never battled a woman. I don't know how he's going to go about it, but hey man, he ain't let up on Mike. So I don't think he's gonna let up on Shayna. So this is definitely piqued my interest a lot more, and I got more of a eye out on this battle than I did before Rosenberg's battle. So your thoughts on it?
He's gone through stretches where like 2015 where he's battled 3 times in 4 weeks. You can point to like 2014 specifically. He battled J400, TG, Patreon, a couple other amateurs at the time, but they were all like in November. So he had like 4 battles all in November. So like for
Jeez.
me, I ain't worried so much about him battling
My
back to back.
apologies, Rosenberg. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I ain't, it's not the volume, it's the caliber of the opponents for me. Where it's like I know you had to exert a ton of energy for Mike because, like you said to yourself, Mike is somebody that had more to lose than you, so he came there clawing. And
Right.
this is your first battle against a woman. This is Shayna Ashley's first battle since Tori Gate. You know what I'm saying? I know she wants to showcase what she can really do. She's well rested, and even if you were well rested, she's still a tough opponent. So it's just like it's 2 back to back. 2 weeks is one thing. A week apart, it's tough,
Now,
man.
see, now this is a battle where if you're telling me it's on stage, now I'm like maybe okay.
Yeah,
Froze get some more points. Like as far as
facts,
prediction points from me. If it's on
facts.
a stage, I give more prediction points to Rosenberg. If they're in a pit, you got that circle, and Shayna's there all towering and stuff like that. She got the delivery, the poise. The battle visually looks different. So now you're listening to the bars a little bit differently. So, man, it makes it a little tough to decide because I'm not exactly sure if it's on stage or if it's in the pit. But, man, Froze versus Shayna, who do I pick?
I'm going Shayna 2-1, man.
You go with Shayna 2-1? I'm
I'm
gonna
going
roll
Shayna
with
2-1.
Frozy. My man Frozy pulled the magnum
Froze.
off the joint, man. I was like, all right, bro.
Froze. Listen, I've worked in customer service, brother. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? I put on that headset, you know what I'm saying? And I deal with a very tough customer. All right. And then I hang up the phone. And then instead of me getting a chance to breathe, the phone rings again. And I get another tough customer. And you know what I do? When I get 2 tough customers back to back, I take the headset and I just throw it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I just be angry. Just be angry. So
Oh
nah,
man.
in all seriousness, um, first intergender battle. I wish I had like a record keeping of people battling females for the first time, how they do against them, because that's a very unique challenge for Rosenberg from a writing aspect. And for Shayna, I feel like she just gets to just rap. She just gets to just straight bully ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
you
think
do have the first time, effect with Rosenberg, but
Rosenberg says, end quote, first
uh-oh.
time battling a female, but we putting the gloves on. I'm gonna punch with that big bitch.
Oh
I'm not in there
man.
to pillow fight with no
Mhm.
Shayna Ashley. I said it before. She's a tougher battler than Mike. I'm in for one.
Jeez. Oh, well, hey man. Saturday it all goes down.
All right. And the last battle on the card, C3, the reigning Chrome 23 champion versus First Lady Flames. This battle is kind of hard to predict.
It is. It is, but jeez. C3 First Lady Flames. Damn man, First Lady's done well on Chrome. I mean, C3 is a champion. You know what? You're the champ until you lose. So
Okay.
I'm gonna roll with C3, man. She's a vet. She's an OG. She's the champ. She's got the belt. You the belt. You the champ until you lose, man. C3.
You know what? That's a very fair assessment of it. I ain't mad at it. Um, I think First Lady Flames is in a very interesting point in her life, or in her career, I should say, where these opportunities, we make a big deal out of it, but for her, it feels like another regular day in the office.
Hmm.
And that's interesting because that shows me that she's just like at a sustainable level where she can bring high potent material, aggressive performances. You know what I'm saying? Maybe found a new level of inspiration, and I'm very intrigued to see what Flames brings to the table here, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't even remember the last time she battled a top tier female. I guess it was E Hart. You can point to E Hart. That's a great back and forth. So this could be potentially battle of the night if I'm being safe.
And then if it's but France, what if it's on the stage?
Then I'm going to C3 all day, every day.
Okay, all right, okay.
But as of right now, for my brain is my brain. I don't think that it is. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it is either, but I'm just putting it out there because I just wanted to know your thoughts on that. Like if it was on a stage, would it change your mind? You know what I mean?
Facts. Damn, I don't know, man. This is tough. I guess I gotta respect the champ too, man. I fuck it, man. You the champ till you the champ. You said the best, Vlad. I'm going with C3 as well. Would not be surprised to see a Flames rise to the occasion.
No, not at all. Not at all. It wouldn't be a shocker at all. But
yeah,
hey, listen, C3 also says she has a lot. She didn't say that she has a lot to prove, but she's like, yo, man, I definitely want to do a turn up. Like I really want to show out. I wanna go on another run and stuff like that. And I mean, she's the champ from this league, from the tournament. So it's definitely built in. And if you do really well and stuff like that, it only leads to another plate and continue, progress on Chrome 23. I don't see why not. So she has a lot on the line. She is the champ. And until you beat her, she's going to remain the champ.
There you have it. So we have one battle we disagree on. The other three we agree.
Yikes.
Yikes. Yes.
We'll probably be wrong on all three of those.
Hey, listen, if Geechi could pull it off, it'll make me smile.
Oh, man. You're going to see all those copyright infringements come right back. We were doing so well, friends. 89,000 views on this, 90,000 views on that. More going to be like, well, no more.
He can't keep getting away with it.
Good job. Nah, I'm messing around, man. Yo, to everyone who's made it through 2 hours and 11 minutes, man, of this show. You guys are pure degenerates, man. And I want to salute all of y'all for rocking with us, as always. Follow us on all socials at LTBR Podcast. That is where you will get the up to the second.
You can't keep getting away with it. You can't keep getting away with it.
Yo, salute to Eazy, man. This guy, he's, yo, man, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing, man. So I don't know what else to say, but follow us at LTBR Podcast on all socials. That is where you get your latest up to the minute updates, man. And you get all the highlights from the battles going on and all that stuff. So salute to us, man, for rocking out. Friends, over 36,000 followers on Twitter. Yo, those that only watch YouTube and don't go on Twitter, I don't think they understand who like they're really watching. Like LTBR on Twitter is that go-to. Like when people want to say, if it ain't on LTBR, I don't know if it's real. I don't know if I can trust it. And you get all the highlights, you get all the little clips you may not get, you get the memes, you obviously you get the stats that we're known for. So if you only watch the YouTube, I definitely implore you to either go on IG or Twitter and go subscribe, man, so you can get the latest up to dates. And as always, go to letstalkbattlerap.com. And we'll see you guys next week, man. Hopefully on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We tried today. But next week we will be around. We'll see y'all. Oh, yeah. Projecting. We're projecting.
Manifested.
Monday. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Please, man, leave a comment. Let us know what you love. Let us know what you hated. Let us know what you want to see more of.
All right, man. Cut.
Brother. Cut, man. Cut that off. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Not on air. Cut the show. We did it. Cut the show. Get off.